contact rate 2105 8395, unknown amount of surgeons who are engaging with 50 millimeter in the vicinity of your refuge.
The Taliban like to fight seasonally. They like to fight during the summer months when it's hottest, which puts us at a bit of a disadvantage. We're a lot heavier than they are. We carry a lot more ammo, more supplies. That day in particular, we had gone through the bazaar, and just from previous patrols, we knew that it was a pretty hostile area. So, like I said, everyone's on max alert. We're walking through, and just the tone in people's eyes, you could feel that something was up. And there was many other things that kind of struck us as bad. We had a guy counting us as we were walking by. What this means to us is that there's guys in wait somewhere, possibly up ahead. Who knows? You don't know where, but there's guys in wait somewhere who want to know the number of our patrol so they can decide whether or not they're going to attack us and fight. We definitely knew that something was coming, and 10 minutes after we passed there, we did end up getting hit. They use the cover of the trees to move around. We refer to them as ghosts sometimes because you literally can't see them. You'll be walking and all of a sudden like a whole tree line will open up on you with gunfire. And the only thing you can make out of the trees is the muzzle flashes. We weren't so much engaging like a picture of a terrorist there. It was more, you could see the smoke and the flash coming from the muzzles of their guns. The day Captain Leary died was June 3rd, 2008. I remember it very well. I had known him for a long time, about a year and a half, which people might not see as a long time. In the military, it's a long time. I can particularly remember we were withdrawing off a position. The Taliban had rejigged. They were counterattacking from like 3 sides at once.
Candian 72. Cover your drill.
I remember him ordering me to move. He knew I was the last guy, but he went after me to make sure that everyone was gone. I heard a machine gun burst come up the wall right in front of us, and Captain Leary took a step back and dropped. And my immediate thoughts were that he was dodging the bullet and just kind of ducked down. And so in my mind I was thinking, you know, like, come on, like, get up. And he didn't. And I went over to help him and realized that he had been critically shot. And from then on, we had a man down, and that changed everything. It wasn't It wasn't about getting back to the safety of our outpost anymore. Now it was about getting back with our man down. We weren't going to leave him by any means. I don't think there's a day that passes that you don't think about your own death. It's everywhere around you, and it just motivates you that much more to watch where you're stepping, to watch that tree, to not doze off when you're on shift.
You lost a close friend of yours over there. Tell me about that.
This was very late in the tour. Everyone was getting edgy, you know, excited to almost be going home, but me personally, I didn't want to think about it at all, because you can't get ahead of yourself. You have to focus at the task on hand. We didn't find out till later that night. I was very angry. There was a lot of swearing. I was kicking things. I was shocked. I was really shocked. I kind of still can't believe it. This is a guy I used to go out to the bars with on weekends. You know, like we dressed up Halloween together. We'd go on road trips. I did all my courses ever since basic training, which is like the day I joined the Army. We all had shaved heads. We were all shining our boots together. We were all ironing our shirts, doing drill. I'd known this guy I knew him very well, and it really sucked to hear that he had passed, and also that I couldn't attend his funeral because I was still overseas. So that was a very sad day. Coming home, it was a little difficult just transitioning from that constant level of alertness, coming from a war zone, from actual battles and whatnot, back to a place where there's just really not a lot that can jeopardize your life that intensely. Little things were a little difficult. Driving. You know, you're so used to suicide bombers keeping them away from you and whatnot, keeping every vehicle away, not letting them come close. And all of a sudden you're driving on the freeway and there's cars all around you, and just, you know, cars sneak up in your blind spot and it just kind of startles you. One of the hardest parts for me of coming home is just, I come home and I see all my friends and stuff, and you just have to listen to everyone complain about their life and how hard it is for them. Oh, I have 4 exams this week, you know, like, oh, I have to work, like, the weekend, you know, I can't go to the bar. And you just finish coming home from these little kids overseas who have nothing. And it does get to you a bit. You don't want to be that guy who's just telling everyone, you know, shut up, like you don't know or anything. But in your head, you're thinking, like, man, if they only knew. It's very important to see this through. Even more so now to me, because I've been there. I've seen the sacrifices that we're making. And everyone thinks, oh, bring the troops home, bring the troops home. They're dying, they're dying. Well, every single troop is over there because he wants to be. We made the decision to sign up. We knew when we signed up that we would be going to Afghanistan. It was the war that was going on at that time. We knew we might die over there, and we learned about the cause. We know what we're doing. We believe in this mission. We want to fight it through to the end. We want to see that our sacrifices aren't in vain, that my friends that I've lost didn't die for nothing.